Look at those babies. Those are fresh Roma tomatoes right out of our garden. Wendy and Matthew did a great job this summer, that's for sure. I mean, we're just coming out the seams with these things. So you know what? Why not have a little Italiano? A little episode of Migueltio the North Country Latino Italian style. I mean, after all, you know, they're all Romance language countries. What are you going to do? So what I'm doing here first is I am taking the stems off, well, at the very top anyway, you know, the green thing off the Roma tomatoes. And I'm putting a little X at the bottom. I'm going to use a smaller knife for this X business, because you want to be able to peel the tomatoes later, right after you boil them for a little bit. So jabbing a little X in the bottom, so that later on, after they boil for a bit, then I can put them in cold water and get the peeling process started from the skin. I mean, I know that peeling tomatoes isn't the most common thing. Well, at least not for me anyways, okay? Y'all peel tomatoes out there, that's fine. But I can't say it's something for me that I've done very much, so this gives you a good lisp on it. And we're making this tomato sauce today, mainly to be put away. Because guess what? We got so many Roma tomatoes that we don't want them to spoil. It's almost the end of the season. And what a better way to have sauce on hand through the winter, or colder months anyways. I don't know how far it'll go, because we eat spaghetti quite a bit in this house. And not have to go out and get some sauce in the store for $3.99 a jar and whatever, you know. I get the $1.99 stuff, okay? I get the Hunts in the can, which just is good. But anyways, this is going to save me some of that for a while. I used to like getting Luigi Giovanni from Syracuse, that they would market right here in the store, but they stopped. What am I going to do with that now, you know? I'm not paying $3.99 for ragu. My God, that stuff, oh, well, maybe you like it, so I don't want to put it down. I mean, you got to put stuff in stuff like that, you know. But this is going to be homemade sauce. I'm sure a lot of you out there make that too. So I hope my homemade sauce is good as yours, because I'm sure yours is dynamo. But anyways, I thought today would be a good day, and my daughter's out there playing football, soccer. You know, no, she's not playing for Italy. Who's she playing for today? She's playing for that team in Mexico that wears the bimbo. Where are they from? Cuernavaca? And everything? No, she's playing for the silver team in Boonville AYSO, so it's not that exotic. They're not up there going, Viva! Viva! You know, it's not that crazy. The crowds for my daughter's soccer game, but being it is a sport that is big in Latin countries and Italy and everything. What a day for this, you know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful autumn afternoon. It's not too cold outside. It's not raining. But it's not too hot either. I can't stand here and work on this sauce to get us going for when things do get colder and more yucko outside, which is going to happen sooner than we want. But that's life, you know? You got to go through those times to get back around the summer and spring and the sunny days again. So I got all my X's done. And with that, our special guests today include the can of tomato paste, yay! Some basil, yay! Some minced garlic, and you know me, I always use the moist kind out of the jar. Forget that dry stuff, it's okay, but this stuff really goes more. And some crushed red pepper! Look, I still got the jar from Food Lion in South Carolina. No, this is not the original pepper, just kind of kept the jar for old time's sake, you know what I'm saying? We'll be back. Well, looks like our water is boiling, so it's time to put the tomatoes in. And this is just the beginning process. You only start with like 20 seconds doing this boiling process. Okay? One at a time. Kitchen timer. Going down. Because over here, what I'm going to do is I got this ice water here. And now we're going to put them in the ice water so it'll cool them off immediately. There's the timer. Here we go. Now they're in the ice water. And if you look at them, the skin's already starting to pop off. So that's a good thing. This stops the cooking process, by the way, getting it right in ice water. And look at how fast that ice is melted. Holy cow. But I started with cold water also. But this cools them down so you can handle them. You know, because how are you going to peel tomatoes if the things are hot as bombs? You know, what are you going to do with that? So you got to get them cooled down, and you put them in ice water, and the skin starts to come right off. This should be very efficient. Now, as with anything dealing with boiling water and a big pot full of it, I did drain the tomatoes once they got cool and everything. So now we're ready to do some peeling. And this shouldn't be too hard because these suckers, the skin's coming right off. Look at that. Look at that. It's like peeling a banana, babies. If you never peeled a tomato before, this is the way to do it. Put a little X in there, boil them for about 20 seconds, put them in cold water. You got the skin coming right off like a banana off the tree. Just like my last poem. Oh well, don't matter. This isn't about that. So you gotta peel them. Here, I get the trash open and put those peels right in. That is where we're going to go next. And of course, I've got the ends off already. So they're going to go right into the bowl here until I can get all the peels off. And yeah, your hands are going to get a little messy here. But hey, you know, you washed them, you're cooking, you're not going to be licking them off like, oh my God, disgusting. You know what I'm saying? And these are Romas too. They're nice and firm. Not that every tomato isn't, but you know, some are better than others. At least I've seen. And you got your taste of whatever tomato you want to put in your sauce, then go for it. You know, some people like Best Boys, some people like Romas, some people like, I don't know, you get a whole bunch of cherry tomatoes. You can go for it if that's your palate. That would take a long time, I'm sure, but oh well, such is life, you know. I gotta wash my hands. So we can back here. Look at these, they're coming right out. Awesome. Alright, now we got all these babies up here. The next thing I'm going to do is cut them up. And then we're going to put them in a bowl over here and mix some other things in with them and get them back into the pot. Okay? I forgot to mention another one of our cast of characters. A nice medium minced onion. I mean, you chop it, okay? And that's going to saute for a little bit in some nonstick spray. And then we're going to add the garlic to it and everything. Now that's getting nice and soft in there, so you're going to put the tablespoon of minced garlic in. Saute that around a bit. For a few seconds. Now we're going to add the tomatoes. And there we go. Let's stir that around. And it's going to simmer for like 20 minutes. And while it's simmering, you can add that tomato paste to it also, so it gets nice and thick. There, now we got a nice thick sauce to be simmered here. I always find it hard with some spaghetti sauces and tomato sauces on the stove, is they bubble so quickly and then you spatter all of them. So you got to really turn it down after it gets going. So now with things off the burner, you put it right into a blender and you add a half cup of basil and you take your red pepper and just a few shakes of that, of course. You're not going to go crazy with red pepper. And blend it you go, baby. It's like making a margarita. but you're not going to drink in the same way. Oh, and look at that sauce. Very, very good. Very, very smooth and ready to be put away for a later date. This is Migueltio, the North Country Latino, saying, hey, it's time to have some spaghetti or some linguine or whatever you want to put in it. Arrivederci.